Hey, what's going on, guys? Been here, commenting in the video. Today we'll be doing a video on the new tier list units that have came out. So, as you can see, we have a load of them right here. And then we also have the two new exclusives, which look pretty cool. And also this one here. So, again, if anybody hasn't seen, this is 200,000, only 5,000 left at this point in the game. And 150,000 with 14,000 here. And then we have all of these new units, which I was lucky enough to get, which I showcased in my previous video with the others. Maybe I'll do like a single showcase at a different time. But yeah, it's a really good unit. We have them all right here. And I thought, yeah, let's make a tier list on it. So this is what we have so far. I'm going to have to, with more units coming out, I'm going to have to try and stretch them out longer, because it's a bit hard to put them all on the screen now. So maybe I'll start like just showing you the important stuff. But in S, I'm going to have to go note, we have the Floral Overseer. The Floral Overseer is one of the highest DPS units in the game. Has around 4.8 thousand DPS per second with 43 range, which is quite impressive. So, a really good unit. You can place 3 of them, so it's at least around 14.5 thousand. Competes for the top tier of the competes for the top tier of the units. Just next to it, we have the Bloom Nova. So let me move this over here, actually. Maybe it'll be better over here. If I can show the stats on this side. I've never actually thought of that for some reason. But we have 3.5 gear DPS, 10 AoE with 24 range. And we've put this right behind the Floral, because just like the Floral, the DPS is insane. This one is also AoE, as you can see down here. So a very good unit. If you can get them both, I think this one's cheaper. So, I mean, if you can get them both, then you should always try to get them both. But, you know, whichever one you like more, I'd grab. Then, a few behind those two on S, we have the Fungal Barrage, as you can see here. This does 3.2 thousand DPS, 300 poison. This unit is interesting because this could be a lot higher depending on if the poison does a lot more than what I can see. But 38 range and 8 AoE. So it's an AoE unit and it does poison, which is quite good. What I'll quickly do. Actually, no, I'll leave it for now. But yeah, so we have that there. Then we have, if we go over here, we have the Range Leaf. The Range Leaf is also, the Range Leaf is also an S at the bottom of S, because that's where I put all of the support units. If you compare it to the, where do we have it? If you compare it to the Speed Sprinkler, this does around, take something off. Yes, the Speed Sprinkler does around a 12% speed increase, or like a range increase, whereas this looks to do around a 20% at max level, so you're getting a good, 7.5% that increase. So I'll move the Speed Sprinkler down to A, and I put this one up to S. Then we have the Rosemire. The Rosemire I have put at the kind of the top part of B. It's a super high damaging unit, to be fair. It does 700 DPS, 27 range with 15% slow. So a pretty good unit. Frag Petal is another. I think pretty much all of these are pretty good, other than probably these two. But Frag Petal, 400 DPS, 28 range AoE. This one has, I mean, it's not the greatest damage unit, but it's definitely not bad either. And then we have the Gooseberries. This is 214 DPS, 23 range, and it's just a single target unit. So these gooseberries are in the middle of B, just right behind the cursed fruit. So a very good unit that you can see. Then we have the Groundbreaker. The Groundbreaker I've put in C behind the carrots. I don't think it's very useful. It could be, maybe I'm not seeing something. And then we have the Pine Tree. The Pine Tree, if you look in the starters at the bottom, is actually one of the better looking starters in the game. So, you know, 120 DPS for 19 range is pretty good. It does have, it's slightly more expensive than the other units. That's, you know, might be where you lose out a bit. And the Frag Petal, sorry, that is in B at the end of the top line. So they're all pretty good units that they came out with. Obviously, these three are shining. I've put this one away. But yeah, the newer units are definitely shining over the others. So these three, definitely really good units, so I'd grab them if you can. And I believe that is everything. I don't think there's any... We do have new units here, which need to be tested. Oh, this is really cool, actually. I've not actually seen this properly. So, once people start getting some of these, I will update this next week. But we have the Nightshade and the Bee Stinger, but because, you know, this has barely got anybody got it yet, it's not, yeah, it's not amazing. Then we have the Nightshade. So, I'll get back to grinding this. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. Au revoir.